No, you're out the game, mate. That's a straight red. You two-footed. It's
Straight
out
off,
of here.
mate.
Get out of here, mate.
No, you actually can't talk. You can't talk.
Go off, mate. It's an early shot. Coach, have a word with him.
What's he thinking?
Yo, guys, what's going on? We are the final whistle, and today, as always, we're bringing you good content. We've got another brand new idea. This is called Football Hot Takes. So as you can see, I've got a whistle around my neck.
So do I.
We got cards in the book.
So do I.
Oh no.
Exactly. So Max is gonna give us his footballing hot takes. If it is wild, we're gonna blow the whistle. We're gonna give him a yellow card. We're gonna caution him. If he gets 2 yellows, football fans, we know what that means. That's a red card. He gets sent off.
Yes.
That's him done for the game. Early shower, mate.
Yeah.
How many takes is he giving us?
He's gonna give us 2 takes.
2 takes.
Yep.
Okay.
So luckily you'll be able to convince us, maybe escape a booking. But if you said something a bit too wild,
Yep.
it's a red card, mate.
Yep.
We did it, mate.
Yeah, it's a red card, mate.
All right, let's go. Let's
The
go.
rules are I've got 60 seconds to explain my hot take. And at the end of it, obviously, if they don't agree with me, booking or red card, and I'm out the game if I'm sent off.
Exactly. So
Right. So
I've got the timer. Raf, would you please do the
Yeah, mate.
Do the
Ready?
honors, please.
3, 2, 1.
right. My hot take is Lukaku will make Man United title challengers. And the reason I say this is Man United is the type of team that we need. Oh no, they're getting the cards out. We need a striker. And with Bruno, we create so many chances, right? And a lot of our issues is the fact that we can't actually convert a lot of our chances. Rashford is kind of wayward with it. Anthony doesn't do anything for us. Martial is not available. Last season, we only conceded goals from our mistakes from the back. It wasn't really the fact that we were just, our defense was just terrible. We just couldn't score goals. We had Weghorst up top. Oh no, they're talking. We had Weghorst up top, and we just didn't score as many goals as we needed to. Lukaku will hold up the ball, allow us to play more dynamically, go into the wingers. And last season we finished 3rd. So if we, I can hear them. If we get a focal point striker, we're able to actually, play differently, get the ball up the pitch, convert a lot of our chances, and we've got a proven goal scorer in Lukaku. So,
What's that whistle, bro?
I was holding the top.
bro, that's nerve-wracking. That's nerve-wracking. We can hear you guys talking. That's nerve-wracking.
I was holding the top. My bad. But your time's done, mate.
Yeah.
Just one thing to ask you.
wait.
What's the number on your back of your shirt,
Yeah, what's your
mate?
name? What's your name?
Number? Go on. Yeah, number 17. Mike.
That's it, mate.
Yeah, he's in the book.
Yeah.
He's in the book.
Mate, even as a Man United fan myself, there's no way that Lukaku comes in and we become title challengers. That's
Not
a
saying we're
hot
winning
take,
it. Not
bro. That's
saying
a
we're
burnt
winning.
take.
We're not
However,
winning
that
any.
is-
But we will be closer. With a goal scorer in our team, we'll definitely
We'll
be closer.
with a striker. Yeah, we don't have a striker, mate, but...
And last season we
title
came
challengers.
3rd. Hold on. VAR that. Come on, let's review it.
Nah,
we came
it's
3rd
yellow,
last
mate.
season.
It's
Is it
yellow.
yellow?
But
I'm
can I
saying
say
yellow
one
in the book.
Only he's giving you a yellow, mate.
All right, cool.
Only because I am
right.
actually slightly convinced there is some truth to that.
Oh, no.
Because Lukaku has done it in the Prem. He has done it at United. Obviously, his time at United ended not
abruptly,
the best.
but he scored goals for us, regardless.
Exactly. And what you do need is goals. So he might be right.
We lacked in goals last season. When we
Yeah,
lost,
but
it was 1-0 losses.
We also lacked in other areas, mate.
And you know what it is? It actually presents a very feasible option because yes, you'll pay a loan fee and wages, but you wouldn't actually have that much pressure on Lukaku because they've already brought in Højlund. And Lukaku can rotate. And
Lukaku's not the type of striker
I don't want to say my second
that
hot
Ten
take.
Hag or Man United needs.
That's true.
And does that mean that we suddenly become title challengers? No,
I wouldn't say
chance.
yeah, that's the only discrepancy, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
We
title
came 3rd
challenges.
last
He's
season.
let you off not giving you a yellow
cool.
card.
It's a let-off.
All
We do
right.
it again, mate.
All
You do it
right.
again. You're in the
Go
book.
on,
second
get
one
back
is
on your
even-
feet, mate. Give us a
My
second take.
second one's even. Oh man.
Go on then.
All
Start
right.
timer, mate.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I'll start
Ready?
the timer.
Oh no. This one is even worse.
3, 2, 1.
Right. My second hot take is that Garnacho's ceiling is higher than Saka's.
No, you're out the game, mate. That's a straight red. You two-footed. It's
Straight
out
off,
of here.
mate.
Get out of here, mate.
No, you actually can't talk. You can't talk.
Go off, mate. It's an early shot. Coach, have a word with him.
What's he thinking? What's he thinking going in like that?
Oh man.
Nah, honestly, as much as I love United, as much as I hate Arsenal, there is no way that Garnacho has a higher ceiling than Saka.
There's no way.
Absolutely no chance. I don't want to hear the explanation for that.
Bro,
one.
remember that Fergie video? You could have been killed. You could have been killed. Bro.
Nah, there's no way.
We'll take it.
There's no
No
way.
problem. No problem.
Saka has like the potential to be one of the best players in the world eventually. And I'm only seeing the light recently, to be honest, but he does. Whereas Garnacho, I think he can be a great player, but we haven't seen anything to tell me that his ceiling is higher than Garnacho.
problem.
Michael, let that be the last time
Very
that
last
you
time.
ever say something like that again.
Oh,
The show is called Hot Takes.
Yeah,
It's called Hot Takes.
Next time is a free game ban. It's a free game ban, mate.
Exactly,
cool.
bro. You must have
No
appealed to the FA
problem.
for that.
No problem.
mate.
You must have appealed to the
No
FA.
problem.
Flip it out.
All right.
Cool. So, I believe it's my turn.
It is your
Yeah,
turn.
I
Give him the
believe
cards.
it's-
Give him the
yeah,
cards. Give him the
Give him
cards.
the whistle.
All right, Midday, you have 1 minute to give us your hot take. Be careful. We do have the yellow and red card ready. On my whistle, are you ready?
I'm
Don't
ready.
care. 3, 2, 1.
So, my hot take is if Eddie Nketiah starts 38 games in a season, he will get at least 20 goals. Now, the reason I'm going to say this is because Eddie Nketiah, we've seen it. He can finish. Inside the box, mate, he's a fox in a box straight away. What I'm going to say is... what I'm going to say is, if you look at his form over his last Premier League starts, not appearances, but starts, especially at home, he's gotten, I believe it was 12 goals in his last 16 starts at home. Now, for any striker, that is a good feat. We're used to the stats of, the Ronaldos and Messis and even the Haalands and Mbappes that are getting a goal every game, 2 goals every game. That's not the litmus test for whether or not you're good or not. All I'm going to say is Eddie Nketiah, give him a team, or even if it's at Arsenal, where he starts every single game in the season, he will get you goals. Eddie Nketiah is the man that you call for goals. That's my hot take.
Right.
That's my hot take.
That was a high challenge.
It was
high foot.
Yeah.
High foot.
Yeah,
High foot.
But you know what?
We'll let it slide. We'll let it slide. Play on.
The thing I'll say is, it is a hot take, so fair enough. It is a bit wild. I don't think he's going to get 20 goals in the season if he starts at striker. However, I think he is actually better than most people think. But then, why doesn't Arteta start him then all the time?
I think it's because of his overall game. You look at Gabriel Jesus. He drops deep into the midfield to pick up the ball sometimes. And then, on the ball, Gabriel Jesus is a lot better than Jesus Gabriel Jesus is a lot better than Nketiah as an overall package. So that's why he plays a lot more. And it's just
So why doesn't Jesus hit 20 if Nketiah can hit 20?
Huh?
Why does Jesus not hit 20 if Nketiah can?
Because if we're talking about pure finishing ability, I think as a finisher.
But isn't the same team? He has the same chance.
No. But what I'm saying, as a finisher, as a pure finisher alone, I think Nketiah might be better than Jesus. It's the same reason why a lot of other players. It's like a lot of other players are good finishers, but.
All right, cool.
Fair
He passes
enough.
that round.
Okay,
We'll get your second hot take. Again, obviously, if it's really, really bad, straight whistle, red card. 30 seconds, not 30 seconds, sorry. 1 minute to explain your hot take. Your time starts.
Okay, so this hot take. Anthony and Jadon Sancho are bigger flops than Nicolas Pepe. That is a hot take, apparently, for some reason. So Jadon Sancho joined United for 72 mil or 80 mil, thereabouts. Anthony for the same price. And they have done diddly squat. Yet they will not be in the media for being the biggest flops. Nicolas Pepe joined for 80 million euros or 72 million pounds. And in that time, yes, he hasn't lived up to the expectations, but he's definitely gotten a lot more goals and assists than both of those two combined in a year alone. Like, Nicolas Pepe doesn't deserve the flags. And you know what? I'm going to remix this hot take as well. I'm going to say, Reece Nelson gets into that United team over Anthony and Jadon Sancho. That's my other. That's the addition to that hot take. I don't even care.
Okay.
Right.
That's my hot take.
Okay.
Boom.
Right, I'm going to give you a booking here.
You see, the first challenge was all right. But I'm going to book you for the second one. That's the scent.
Yeah.
That's the scent.
It's a dive.
That's
It's a dive.
the
It's a dive, mate. It's a dive. It's a
say
dive.
there was no need for the afters. There was no need for the afters.
Yeah, I got a bit angry.
But you know what?
Yeah.
He does have a point in terms of the stats, all the things that Pepe brought to the squad. And then when you look at Jadon Sancho and Anthony, they haven't brought that sort of stats, that sort of impact to the team. So I get where you're coming from. Although I would kind of alleviate Jadon from that just a bit. Anthony, I mean, I actually know. You know what? You're right.
No.
Jaden's been in for a while, to be fair.
This is like his third season, man.
Yeah, but he hasn't actually been given the opportunity to consistently start in his favoured position.
Which is
Right wing.
Right wing.
okay, cool. I hear it.
I think.
It is.
I said I think.
It is.
Okay,
It is.
it
But you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You've passed.
It was the Nelson stuff that just...
No, but
Wait, but that's
when
the two. That's not. No, we'll give one yellow.
No, but
Take
I
mine
can't
away.
lie. The Reece Nelson thing, I meant that. He's better than Anthony. He's better than Anthony.
Yeah.
And
He ain't better than that.
in the league, I think he shows more promise than Sancho.
Hang on.
In the league, I feel like he shows
What
more
was
promise than Sancho.
what was Nelson's output last season?
The goal
he was
against
coming off the
Bournemouth,
bench,
and then he
yeah.
scored twice against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, the end
He
of the
didn't really
season.
play that. I think he made like 5 appearances last season.
All right, you got out of here.
Yeah.
Right, Raf. Yeah, it's your turn.
It's my
The
turn.
hot seat. Let's go. Right, so Raf is now in the hot seat. Let's see how he does with his hot takes. Again, he's got 60 seconds to say his hot take, explain it. At the end of it, we'll say whether or not it deserves a booking. And if it's completely outlandish, we'll just stop him right before straight red
I don't
card.
like the way he's looking. He looks like one of those, you know, those players.
He's a bit too much already.
Yeah.
I think you guys will like my hot takes.
Right.
You guys will like my hot takes.
All right, well,
Right, well, Raf, you've got 60 seconds. Your time starts.
My hot take is this. Liverpool are the most overrated side in Premier League history based on their season with Klopp where they won the league, I believe, 2018, 2019-20. I think they were completely overrated. Mostly because I look at where the players are today. So if you look at someone like Mane, he's playing in the Saudi Arabian League. If you look at Fabinho, come on guys, allow me. If you look at Fabinho, if you look at Firmino as well. Henderson, to me, I always thought was overrated. Robertson hasn't hit the same heights. Van Dijk hasn't hit the same heights. Salah had a below expected standard season last year. When you look at the likes of who else? Joe Gomez, he's always injured or unavailable for some reason or another. Trent, we don't even know what his position is. Is he a right back? Is he a centre mid? To me, that team, especially because they only did it once, the best teams in the Premier League history were able to dominate the Premier League or at least compete for the title for 3+ seasons.
Right.
Teams like Man United, teams like Manchester City, not Liverpool FC.
Hey, whistle.
Sorry.
Right.
play to the whistle, mate.
You're gonna get off a warning. You're right. You meant as in the most overrated Premier League winners, right? Or the club.
No. Yeah. Most overrated Premier League side. Like
That winner
Yeah,
team.
of that year.
No, I agree. On top of that, the asterisks of the whole COVID stuff around that, in my opinion, he's right. What do you think?
Well, mate, you're letting off with one. You're not. You're going.
Oh,
getting into the book.
Come on, that's a bit harsh.
Reason why you're going to go into the book, I feel like that's a bit harsh because Liverpool won the league in the middle of probably the best single club reign we've seen in the Premier League. And I say we've seen. I'm not talking about early 90s where United and whatever. I'm not talking about that. City won the league, have won 5 out of 6 of the last leagues. And that one that they didn't win was Liverpool.
Yeah.
In that space of time, they did the treble, they did Centurions, broke stupid amounts of records. So I don't think it's actually fair to call them overrated. And bear in mind, one of the seasons that they did win the league, it was 97 and 96 points. Fine margins.
Yeah, but on what he says, when you look at the where the players are now, the players are like in different places. Milner plays for Brighton now.
Yeah.
A lot of the players are in Saudi. So that team wasn't as good as people make it seem. There was Liverpool fans saying this is the best Premier League side we've ever seen. And it's not. There's no way.
Even when you look at the ones...
That is crazy. Ever seen is crazy.
Yeah, people are calling Van Dijk the best centre-back in Premier League history.
Yeah, well,
when you look at where even the ones that went to
doing
decent
balloons.
clubs like... even the ones that went to decent clubs, even Coutinho and a few others, they haven't actually done that well in those clubs.
That's true.
Only I can say Leroy Sané has done well at Bayern, but even him, he hasn't always been a starter for Bayern.
Can I say one thing though?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's even a bigger testament to how well Klopp did with that team? Because if they were able to compete for about 3 years,
I would say more like 2, really and truly.
okay, about 2 years,
You know what I
then,
mean? Yeah.
really, really compete, go toe to toe, and then when they go to another team, it's not the same. But isn't that a bigger testament to how well Klopp did with that team?
We're gonna come back to that because on my next note, start the timer. I don't need long for this one.
All right, you're a bit eager.
I don't need long for this one. No, it's to do with what you just said.
I don't know that
I want to get the game going. I want to get the game going.
Yeah. You want to get
On my whistle.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Klopp is the most overrated manager in Premier League history. This guy won 1 Premier League with a team that was arguably one of the best teams ever in the Premier League. And what are you guys writing?
Continue. Go on, man.
Well, to me, he was more of less of a tactical sort of manager. Yes, of course, tactics are involved in every Premier League game, but it was more on momentum, energy, pace, and power with the likes of Salah, Mane, players who just really wanted to play for Liverpool and get the game going. If you put Klopp in that Man City team, is he able to manage those Man City players the way that Pep is able to? Is he able to manage some of the smaller teams, or not smaller teams, but the weaker teams that Mourinho was able to achieve some great accomplishments with? I don't know. Is Klopp as good as he says he is? Or is it just more of the vibe he sort of gives off, the culture that the culture of Liverpool Football Club that just suits him? When he was at Borussia Dortmund, how well did he actually do? How well did he actually do?
I'm gonna stop you there, mate.
Right, you're going in the book.
Yeah, you're going.
You're going in the book. You're going in the book. That's a yellow. That's a yellow.
First of all,
It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
First of all, this is the Premier League. We're not talking about Bundesliga, mate.
All right,
It's Premier
all right.
League. Yeah, keep it clean. Yeah. What I'm gonna say, yeah, is we're gonna do VAR to one of your comments. Put Delulu in the comments. That means deluded. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, cheers, mate.
You said something about Mourinho. What did he say?
Is he able to manage some of the smaller teams, or not smaller teams, but the weaker teams that Mourinho was able to achieve some great accomplishments with? I don't know. I said
Mourinho in that Liverpool team.
what I was trying to say is Mourinho has actually achieved some great things with teams that were not as strong as the Liverpool team, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Klopp, the team was decent. The team was a good team. Yeah, there's no debate in that.
Yeah.
But apart from that one season and the Champions League, maybe the year before,
The reason why I put you in the book, yes, on that, they won the Champions League and they won the league. And although I say that, yes, they were one of the most overrated Premier League winners, they were still a very good team that did stop City from, continuously winning. So I wouldn't say that. And Klopp is the reason for that. He came, 3 years prior to that? He came in 2015, 2014. He came in that year, changed the whole Liverpool setup and changed the whole vibe of Liverpool. Before that, Liverpool were nothing, really and truly. They were a big club, but they were literally nothing, really and truly.
Brendan Rodgers got them high up with Suarez and Coutinho and
Sterling.
But
not to the point where you're winning Champions Leagues.
I understand that, but
You
to
can't
me,
call him
my
overrated.
argument is not that he didn't achieve a lot with Liverpool. Let me rephrase on that. He did achieve a lot with Liverpool. My argument is more the style of play that was implemented at Liverpool has worn out for a reason. Because it's not something you can just keep doing all the time. It was just pace and power. You press, gegenpress, whatever you want to call it. Press, win the ball back straight away. Let's go and score. It was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tactic. You know. Keep the bucket.
You're pushing it now.
All
right, sorry.
It's a high foot now.
Sorry.
Final warning.
Sorry.
No, but I understand it. But I still feel like you have to put some respect on Jurgen Klopp's name. He has done a lot for Liverpool. Although I hate that club, he's done a lot for them, and he is the reason why they're still kind of relevant in today's football.
And to be honest, I don't think they're the most overrated. You know, I feel like there are probably other teams, other winners that were a bit more overrated, but that's another topic.
I do rate Klopp, by the way. Last point, I do rate Klopp. I do, and I rate that Liverpool team. It's just tactically weren't that great. All right.
That's the final one.
Sorry, mate.
All right. Well then, that was our hot takes. Thank you for watching. Let us know if you enjoyed it. I was the only one that was sent off today, but I actually gave some hot takes.
It was
We'll
close to
take it.
sending off.
You were close. You were close.
Fine margins.
But yeah, let us know if you enjoyed it. Let us know what else you want to see in the comments. Please get involved with our TikTok, on our Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Share us around.
Yes.
And also, let us know who you guys want us to bring on the hot takes as well.
Yeah.
I got a couple people that I want to send off.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys let us know.
Let us know. All right, till next time. We'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.